I just noticed something funny. I'll be able to talk about that in a second. So I'm going to be doing a self-VOD review for once. I am long overdue for it, but I'm going to quickly put this out there that even if you're getting coaching from me or anyone else, doesn't really matter. You should always take time to do a self-VOD review for yourself, because at the end of the day, I can offer a different perspective, but the real point of playing ranked and playing and when you're climbing your rank is to improve. Who know? And this was kind of put in a, I believe the gentleman's name was IO Stux. But he kind of put it this way. There's like 5 different levels, if I'm not going to mess this up. There's about 5 levels of like learning to play the game and how to improve. The first step, the bottom of the tier list. You play the game and you press Y, you get the information on your hero, you're done, you're good. Second tier of improvement is watching content creators. Watching people, seeing how they play, watch the high ranking dudes, get some advice, hear what everybody talks about, get some information, take some notes. Next tier above that is realizing that there's better content creators. No, I would not consider myself one of those, but I am saying there are better content creators who are more able to do that. And so you find that there's these content creators that are not necessarily coaches that help you improve by giving you better advice, better articulation, and can relay these things better, and they talk about it. Then the next tier above that, tier 4, if you'll call it, is coaching, actual coaching, because you can take the content that you had before and condense it to, there's generalized advice, but now you have, with private coaching, or coaching sessions, dedicated to you, hey, I could actually improve on key areas, so it's become more detailed, more oriented. You could fit it together like a puzzle piece. But then remember, there's one more tier. Top tier, gourmet stuff, I will not say his words, reviewing your own VODs. And the reason that is more important than anything else before it is the same reason as the quote goes, know thyself. Who knows you better than you? Who knows your decision making better than you? And on top of knowing yourself, you have the benefit of your own hindsight. At any point, you could rewatch your matches. At any one point, you could just be like, hey, I have a 10-15 minute match. Let me spend... Because you don't have to talk with anybody when you do it to yourself either, other than yourself. Just review it. Watch the 15 minutes. You could spend 15 minutes playing a game and improving that way, or you could take the time to watch yourself for 15 minutes before you even start playing another match and just be like, okay, yeah, exactly. Again, playing it's good. But how do you improve upon the mistakes that you miss unless you watch your gameplay back? You're in the heat of the moment. This one was actually done on the show Blue Bloods. And essentially they took the director, the lady who was heading up the police station. They were trying to go after one cop, like, how do you not remember all these details? You're a cop, you're supposed to remember these details. How is it that you forget this one minor thing that's about to cost you your job? And then they put her through the gauntlet and she misses 3 for 3 because it's like, apparently it's not easy to remember these details when you're in the middle of a firefight with your life on the line. Like, at any minute, you could have gotten shot and killed. And that's actually what happened to the lady because she fails the test, but now it's testing her memory of how many goons were around, what were they wearing, how many shots did you fire? And then, she answered all of them wrong, and at the end it was like, I fired, 6 shots, 7 shots? No, you emptied your entire clip. You see, when you play the game, you're in the middle of the heat. So you're paying attention, sure, you might have the current in-time thing. You learn your mechanics, you point out mistakes in-game, but how much do you actually retain? This is where coming to know thyself comes into play. You know how you behave, you know what you think, and the more recent the match, the more fresh on your mind it is, and the more you're able to pertain to what were you thinking at that exact time versus the hindsight that you're viewing now and what you could have done better. So, yes, playing the game, highly important. Improves on your mechanics, improves on your awareness, everything that you're doing. But Exactly. You do not have more precise details because you miss them in the heat of the moment. So when you review your own VODs, which again, I'm long overdue, so I'm guilty of that, but if you review your own VODs, you have better ideas during the heats of the moment when you're not involved because you're looking at your past self. And again, the key thing I'm going to keep repeating, who knows you better than you? No coach, no matter how skilled, no matter how precise, is going to know what you're thinking at all times. He can help you if you could articulate it, but let's say that you articulate things bad. It doesn't matter how good he is. He only knows what he can help you with based on what you tell him or show him. So I'll end it right there just by saying, I encourage everybody to take... It doesn't have to just be... It could be similar to what you're submitting for your VOD reviews, but try to look for short matches and start off easy. Just pick any match that you think that you were close, and just be lenient with yourself. Be forgiving. Don't just think, oh, it has to be a very precise match. I did that with myself, and it sucked because I was like, oh, I got nothing. But pick a match, any match that you lost, just review it. And heck, look at the time. Is it going to be like 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 20 minutes? Set yourself up for those easy ones. In fact, I got some stuff that I took notes from a Spylo video, which were pretty good. But like, if you're doing your own self-VOD review, first off, you have to know on a self-VOD review, what are you trying to look for in factors? What are you looking to achieve in practice? How often should you do it? I'll put up I can put a link to his video in mine if I really want to do that, but he details it a lot better than me. But you're looking for certain factors of like what you did, how could you have done it better, what could you have changed, so on and so forth. Alright, so let's get to the VOD review. I've already wasted about 7 minutes just ranting. But here's the thing I want to share real quick. No! 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 Everybody could go back on that. Everybody could go back on that. Before I changed everything, I hit the button and it just decided to skip forward the 7 seconds like an idiot. But if nobody saw it, the timer was on specifically 7.6 seconds, and I am playing Soldier 76. So, stupid freaking controller. Let me read this real quick. In my top 500 games, the tank with better useful aggression who deprives enemy of health packs without dying wins the game. Wins the game is so much different than low rank where you can carry by kills. That is true. Well, here's the reason. I'll give you the answer as to why that is. In top 500, bad habits are mitigated by improved bad habits. Like, even if it's just the mechanical skill, people are more mechanically and game sense-wise inclined because they've made better habits, and bad habits reduced in place of good habits. Yeah, you're not in the pro setting where everything is like mishmashed in a perfect thing. It's more like a jagged puzzle. But still, you carry your games through teamwork and playing smarter, not harder. Whereas getting eliminations in lower ranks is there because nobody knows how to precisely play the game. Higher ranks, they're more refined. Are they perfect? No. But you still have troubles. You still have issues. Sage, Spylo once said, don't think every death as, was it a good death or a bad death? Think of it as, did my death have value? Did I disrupt? Did I kill the support? So on and so forth. Exactly. So, at the end of the day, in fact, I'll give you an example of something similar to that idea. McCree's ult. I asked this back a while with a different VOD review. Do you need to get a kill with High Noon to have value with the ult? I'll save you the time and discussion. The answer is no. Because you're putting pressure, you're forcing people to take their attention off of whatever they're doing and either scramble to save their life or look for you and kill you before they die. But High Noon, just talking about that one, you don't strictly need to eliminate anybody to get value. Same thing with Tactical Visor, same thing with EMP, exactly, it's a zoning tool. And heck, you don't even need to use it as a zoning tool or an elimination tool. You could use it as a reloading tool. It just depends on you and how good you are with your aim, but you could legitimately fan the hammer, roll, fan the hammer, alt cancel, fan the hammer, and then do a normal reload. You just got 3 fan the hammers with like 600 damage potential right there, and that's just loosely saying it. And as long as you have the aim and you're confident that you're not wasting your ultimate for nothing, sure, do it. Use it to reload. Again, it's as long as you're getting exactly 18 bullets, all within a short time span in like literally 3 seconds. 3 fan the hammers in 3 seconds. Fan the hammer every second. That's not a waste, especially if you're getting an elimination or you're putting pressure and forcing someone to make bad plays. Do it. If it works, it works. If it's stupid but it works, it's not stupid. So in this match, I forgot who my 2 supports were off the top of my head. It looks like they didn't pick yet, but I think they took a late pick anyway, so that contributed to the end. So it's a Ramatra v Ramatra. They have a Zen and a Life Weaver, and then they have a Sojourn, Ashe, both of them up top. And I'm starting with Soldier. I forgot who I play. I know I play Soldier, I just forgot if I play anyone else. I think I play Hanzo at some point. So let's try and not pause through this so much. I wasted a lot of time just ranting. I did that to avoid the dynamite. Sombra's distracting him. Perfect opportunity. And I use that opportunity to push, take cover, get the... Yeah, my aim wasn't doing too well this night. That was another thing I was noticing. Like, I was getting good aim, like there, but Ramacha's a huge target. I was out of position and he had a clear shot in the open. Where was Ashe on this one? Was Ashe right there? Okay. Yeah, it was basically fish in a barrel and I was already in the open, so I just rejoined my team.
Capture this territory. The enemy outnumbers us. Taking the point. Watch my six.
Honestly, I know what I should have done. So once I eliminated Zenyatta, I technically shouldn't have continued the fight. I should have pushed back closer to the edge here while still capping the point, and when he uses that thing, run behind the corner. I can't say what I was exactly doing or what I was thinking. I think I was just in the heat of the moment trying to take the fight. Oh, no, I know what I was doing. I was trying to get a tick. I was trying to get a tick so we had it. There's the Hanzo. So I was right. Let me take a quick note of this while I'm at it. Yeah, I think I didn't have my dash or it was on recharge. I don't know why I didn't avoid the dynamite. I think I was just with my team trying to give them my support some ult charge. This is also where knowing thyself comes in, because I know what I do intentionally from time to time, so when we saw earlier that I dodged the dynamite with Soldier, I did it to avoid getting damaged, because we were making our push. But then I come here, and I'm trying to zone, I hear the dynamite, I don't do anything to really dodge it. I think I had my dash, or did I not have my dash? I had my dash. I could have easily tried to avoid it, but I believe, if I'm not confusing spots, I was just trying to give my supports a reason to gain some ult charge, because that would give them some, support ults. We're trying to win. So ult economy, trying to work with my team. So this is where coming know thyself comes in, because you have to remember what reasons you're doing things for. So that was just something I wanted to quickly cover. So now we're pushing over on that side. I remember I got shanked by the right side, or flanked. I put that there so we know who's rotating. Our Ramatra's getting in some value. I don't know why I didn't shoot their Ramatra. I was just trying to zone at this point, because as long as his ult is there, it's very difficult to get an elimination, especially since Hanzo can no longer one piece.
Objective A captured. Escort the payload.
Pushing the payload.
Dang. How did I get eliminated? What was my health again? I was at 250. Was I damaged prior? Yeah, I'm an idiot. Yeah, I just got eliminated. That's fine. Not really much to improve upon there. I took the off angle and probably should have kept pushing the off angle. I'm not sure why I didn't just go back, because they would have had to either pursue me with a hacked health pack or not. I don't know what happened. I got an elimination there. Well, I did. Well, there was play of the game. There's not much to really do here, I think. Like, where was our team? Let me get a better idea on this one. So we were short Sombra. We were both supports. Yeah, what's on the tree? Yeah, we were just getting shredded. There was nothing we could do there. I think this is when I swap. I was trying to figure out who to play.
Every
Yeah,
soldier
soldier.
needs a cause.
So, okay, so this is a very important part to talk about. So, where I was versus where I ended up. So, sticking with your team, very important. Soldier 76, he can do both. He's an all-around tool belt. He can stick with the team in front line in the right circumstances, or he can take flanks. That's exactly what I did. I saw that they used Bob. I heard her yell Bob. I used my sprint, went around the corner over here. Technically, my Zenyatta should have noticed what I was trying to do and taking an off angle and come up with me as a support. But he chose to stay over here and support his tank. Not wrong on both accounts, but he could have. And it would have helped out, especially since we lost the damage. Taking a pincer move would definitely help. And I have full range now from up here to attack their back line, which is what I do. And even if I don't get an elimination, I'm still... I don't know what happened there. I'm still gaining value. I went back because I was being targeted by like 3 people, so no point.
EMP activated.
My accuracy was a duty. I eliminated myself there out of panic. I will not lie. If anybody watched my stream and saw that, I tried covering it up like, haha, at least you didn't get the elimination on me. Like, no, I didn't intend to do that. I screwed up and I panic rocketed, so. But what I was doing, pretty important detail, gaining a new angle, never staying in the same spot when the attention is garnered on me. He comes for me, I rotate. I go around, they come for me again, I rotate. And then I ended up rotating here, and this was just stupid, but... Who was killing me? Did he... Who's shooting me? Like, was it... a combination of Sojourn, Moira ult as I got closer. Like, what else was hitting me? I really am curious. Like, what was the exact combination that got me killed?
I've seen tougher spots. Everyone heal up.
Sticking with my Kiriko. That's another thing, too. I noticed it during the match, and I could be wrong, but I think that Kiriko was frontlining a little more often than she should have, or she was just poking right here. Either way, it's not a good idea with their damage lineup, especially with Anna. So that's not a very good lineup. I was just trying to keep her up kept if she was just going to peek like that, so
We need to move the
extra ult charge.
We are stronger together.
Taking high ground.
With me. I am effervescent.
Just like old times.
60 seconds remaining.
Elimination on my end.
Has reached the checkpoint.
Future positioning, what am I doing between team fights? I wasn't aware that they were there. I thought they would have moved spawns, and I was waiting for them to. I think they bypassed the timer, though. I should have stayed where I was. I'm an idiot. I remember that, too, because that's exactly what I said to myself. I'm like, I rotated too late. I was trying to position myself a little further forward for the next team fight. Like I keep telling everybody, what are you doing between team fights? I was going to position myself maybe right over here, or even potentially go as far as actually, like, back here. I was looking to do that, so that I could be maybe right there, or actually, like, right over here in this little corridor right here. And then I would have my rotation option of, like, rotate back that direction where I came from, or rotate forward and go through this doorway over here. Give myself options. That was my plan. It didn't work out. let's just be honest. It didn't work out. So I got distracted by saying, oh, they're over here. I should have, honest to God, rotated over here. And I don't know what's going on with Ashe's model. Oh my god. I should have rotated over here and stopped them from coming one of these two directions. But my dumbass was like, oh, let me rotate back with my team. And they managed to now get away. And they're about to be with their team. And that's just my stupidity. Yep, there's my stupidity showing. That was on me.
Get away with this.
But
EMP activated.
fun stuff.
Let the Kitsune guide you! This ends now.
Got you in my sights.
Do something!
Yeah, this was kind of stupid. I don't know what just happened. Let me replay that a little slower. So, Sojourn uses her ult, and I use mine to counter it. Everybody's just blowing up their ults right now, and our Ramatra's just not getting anything. So, Bob gets called right now. And I bypass Bob for two reasons. One, because he's not my immediate issue. I'm going to try and focus the back line. So, our team just used EMP a little earlier. We have Ramatra ult that's done. And we have Kiriko's ult, which she uses in like 2 seconds. Or if she has used. Where is it? That's why it didn't work for me. It went the other direction and I walked out of its range. Okay. So I figured that was what happened, but I wasn't 100% sure. So he's blocking. I'm already aiming for their backline, but Sojourn just gets the kill on me along with Ashe. They have burst potential up the wazoo. So there was really no surviving that. I'm by myself. I thought that my team... I thought that my team was handling Bob, but I Rambo'd it up. I basically Rambo'd it. And there it is.
Cybernetics regulate. Area denied.
No, it won't. It'll cost you, though.
60 seconds.
So, let me just say that this was indeed
30
intentional.
seconds.
Yeah, this was completely intentional. So I went over here, I got his attention. So my intention was to draw him. Either that or get the elimination while he wasn't paying attention. Either way was going to be a win for me, but this was immediately my thought was, let me shoot at him. He's the only visible target. I have the ability to get away if he comes for me. And look at that, he comes for me. And he uses his Giganto form to come for me. He gets a couple of pock shots. I run over to the health pack to make sure that I don't die if I lost health. He goes back. But now, I pincer him, and this time he doesn't pay attention to me, because he's too occupied with my team pressuring him, and now we eliminate the tank. Unfortunately, we lost our Sombra, so it's basically a 1-for-1 trade, and I don't remember if we win this next fight. I was aiming at nothing there.
Patched up.
This should have been an elimination, but I wasted my rocket like an idiot, and I recognize that. Ashe got some really lucky pot shots there. And here we go. We're losing the next team fight. Let's see. The trade wasn't necessarily not worth it, but look at what it ended up resulting in. So, we traded. We now both have them. They have spawn advantage. So, Ramatra's going to come back roughly at about the same time our Sombra comes back. There's not really anything that could be done. Yeah, this is comp, unfortunately. The trade wasn't worth it because just how close everything was. And then I come over here to try and get the elimination from the side. I failed to get their Ana. I failed to get everything. Honestly, I misused my rocket earlier where I could have secured the kill, but I didn't. And thankfully, Ana wasted her nade, so she was without that for a little bit, but I don't blame you. I also have a feeling that I used some of my cooldowns. Yeah, I've learned to use my cooldowns more appropriately and to kind of make it like a point in the back of my head. Like, should I hold it or should I use it? More times than not, in the heat of the moment, I will always use it like an idiot. I can gladly admit that. Why? Because that means that I'm like everybody else who misuses their abilities, but this is the point of me trying to teach you guys so that I don't have to be like, oh, I know that people make this mistake and I know that I make it. In a way of not just reminding myself, but others, try to think more often, because it's a good reminder, when should I use my ability? Should I just be blowing it now? And when I have these moments of using my rocket badly, well, there we have it. So, in hopes that you learn from my pain, there you go. So I die. The trade wasn't worth it. Look what happens. They're now up 2. We're down 2. Our tank's about to make it 3.
What's up?
I just keep my distance. I let him burn through the ult. And I know what exactly happens here. I'm literally, I know what I'm doing right here, and I think I was overthinking a little bit. I could have, narrowed my thoughts down and been like, don't hesitate, just do it. Don't worry. My initial plan was just to kind of, remain quiet. This is unfortunately the only other doorway for me to go through. That would be hidden enough from sight. But my thought process was stay quiet for the last 12 seconds. Use my sprint at the last minute to just contest point and give my team a little bit more time to come out of spawn and hopefully make it. I was just trying to stall. We're 12 seconds into the round, so it doesn't matter. Die on point, that would be the thing. So I was just trying to get there. They saw me. I think they already knew. I think that they already knew that I was going to come that direction. Not because they heard me, but because they're on a high defensive mode right now. It's like, it is the final 15 seconds. We need to watch every one of our bases, and they weren't dumb. So I think that they just knew because that would be the thing to expect, especially since I've already shown in prior team fights that I'm willing to take off angles very quickly. So they probably figured it. I don't doubt it. When is Nightcrawler coming back? Are you talking? I don't know what you're referring to. They have ball. We have ball now.
Feeling ground.
He takes the off angle for no reason. You see the zigzag. The zigzag was so that they didn't hit me, and it looks like Sombra managed to get on point, thankfully. Doesn't last very long. This doesn't last very long. Yeah, and then there's Tracer. I don't make it a Tracer. Oh shoot, Nightcrawler. I forgot I named my alt Nightcrawler, dude. Oh my god. Whoops. Yeah, I'm just doing quick play with Nightcrawler at any point, but I'll get back on him. I totally forgot he almost existed for 2 seconds. Thank you for reminding me, though.
Watch your flanks.
Wow.
Did you check if you brought enough repair packs for everyone?
Of course, Papa.
You know what's funny? We get the hold for the longest time with Ashe. Let me see if Tracer is really one.
Attackers
We get the hold for like almost all 4 minutes, bro.
objective A.
Like, just watch this. This is how much value I get. We can just sit back and watch. I don't die for a good portion of the time.
She's gonna blow.
They have trouble getting past the choke. Dynamite! I kid you not, it was basically this. Dynamite! Cooldown, off down. Dynamite! Off cooldown. Dynamite! This is basically that for the entire near 4 minutes. They finally get through, and I'm just going to spoil this, they definitely win based upon the amount of time left over. But I was doing good at, like, keeping the pressure on, but legitimately it was just off cooldown, dynamite, 12 seconds, dynamite, cooldown, dynamite. It's like, just as long as I would put on the pressure and make them make mistakes. It was just for pressure's sake, and it was working. It was working.
They gotta stop.
Dynamite! Wait. I wasted my coach gun, so... Dynamite! Oh, I'm dead. But we have a res! That's why I said I don't die, but... Yeah, they kind of make it past, but they don't succeed. You push them back. Dynamite! It was like every time it came off cooldown, I would try to use it. Dynamite! I'm just gonna make that the running gag for the night. Dynamite! Remember how I had my Texan accent? Well, now it's coming back. It's gonna come back. Bob! Do something! And he does. Dynamite! A little longer this time. It was not cool. That messed me up. That messed me up. She came up to flank me, and she succeeds in literally going around my entire blind spot as I turn around. That annoyed me. But it was fun. Yeah, I'm dead. No dynamite. But Rez!
Supercharged and on fire.
Up there? I was paranoid after she was up there. I was like, is she still up there? No? Okay. Dynamite! This is gonna be the running gag for the night. Dynamite! I couldn't hit my dynamite afterward for a short bit. Dynamite! I shot too early on that one.
60 seconds.
I marked those locations to make sure we were cautious. I'm being so freaking stupid right now. It's not even funny. Dynamite! Too early, I didn't actually use it properly. Rez! This is when they got past. They finally got through. No more dynamite. Cooldown. Dynamite! Did I go back soldier? No, I went tracer. I was trying to contest point. I didn't make it. Bob! Do something! Ironically enough, I think tracer worked out pretty well. I couldn't get any closer without risking dying. I just needed to get an off angle. And honest to God, I wasn't expecting to get anything with Tracer because of that. Like, I was stuck in this corner because there's no way for me to go around. Like, I probably could have teleported up and I would have landed here, and I could have gone behind. But without the risk of them seeing me do it, because it would be right here and they would hear the blinks, it just wasn't worth trying to do it. So I was trying to wait for them to push far enough forward that they would be like right here paying attention to my team, but that never ended up happening. So I got the one elimination, and we got ourselves a Torbjorn. I've got Tracer, something else?
Light Weaver here.
Stall that payload.
Checking in.
Every
Soldier.
soldier needs a cause.
This is like a very odd self-bot review, I'm not gonna lie. They push that point fast, too. One of the major issues, I'll quickly mention this because it's going to happen again. One of the major issues I'm having is that a lot of my teammates are giving so much space whenever I play. It's kind of stupid and annoying to me that there's such a thing as strategically letting them gain space, because by pushing the point here, and their spawn is back there, it's quicker for them to make it over here if we won the team fight, versus making it over here for the team fight. Like, it's one thing if it was a strategy and we were all working together and we were able to communicate that with each other, like, hey, this would be ideal. But we're not communicating with each other. They're not acting coordinated with each other, even me. Like, no one is actually working as a unit to the fullest extent that we could. But we're allowing them to take space and we're allowing them to take points. And we would back off preemptively even if we had the win. Like, if you just pushed that second longer, even at the risk of potentially dying, we would have actually had a high-risk situation with a high-reward trade-off. And a lot of us would just give that up. And that pissed me off so much. And it's like, I would go on to point, like, point. Why is nobody on point? We would back off. Why do we give them so much space? I don't know. But this was an example of when it happened again. Like, I'm on point, and I die on point, and there's my team on point. But now they're off point. Why are you over there? Why are you guys back here? Like, why? Why did we give them that? Ah, that annoyed me. That annoyed me in match, and that annoyed me throughout all the other matches. Playing a game, my teammates left, but I got better ones in return. Always pristine. Always pristine when that happens. Who are they trying to get? Hold on a minute. Who are they trying to eliminate right now? They got a Moira 2 seconds ago. We lost because of their dumbasses. We lost because of them. In case nobody gets the obvious, I'm going to state it for you. You went for their backline to eliminate their supports, while the point is still being avidly contested by their team. You left the point with everybody else dying in favor of getting their support so they don't have supports for the next fight. Their spawn is now here, and you're all the way over there. By leaving point to try and get 2 individuals, you let them cap and get a new spawn. And you're away from it. And you're about to die.
Redeploying.
And we lost our support.
Group up. Join me.
This actually frustrated me. Good elimination on Zarya. That's about the one good thing that happened. I was going to go help our Orisa, but she just got eliminated pretty quickly.
On the move. Stop them.
I'm just positioning myself. Our team is just getting wiped. There's nothing I can do. Alone, there's nothing I can do. I'll tell you what I should have done, though, and I recognize it. I should have taken the high ground. If I was just wasting that much time, I should have just run up here, take this high ground, and then trade between going here and here. But I didn't. I stayed low ground. I was an idiot. And I ran back.
Group up.
They were I don't know what they were trying to do, but this also hit me. They're trying to rotate left. Like, they have to come on point. Like, they could rotate this way and catch up to them. But why are they going so far out that way? I died there because they're just washing us. Enemy team was trying to beat Echo. We won. I typed, I'm just a better Echo. Now that's toxic. That's toxic behavior. You gotta be very careful. Moving on.
If I'm still standing, I'm still.
At this point, I go Tracer? No, I decide to keep going Soldier. There's no point. Yeah, Bob avidly kept me from being able to make it, so even if I survived, I wouldn't have made it. Yeah, so that's my self-VOD review. Things that I definitely know I need to acknowledge on improvement. Better positioning. Stop overthinking. I was definitely overthinking a lot. I was doing a decent job. I know I need to improve on my aim, but the mechanics come with time. I know Ashe had a lot of misses and a lot of bad play. He deserved it too because he was Genji on TP Town and had bad teammates. Oh my god. Gotta love those types of guys, right? The ninja hunters. Literally. Yeah, so self-improvement tips for myself. I'm really doing this to myself. I don't know why I am, but nah. I can acknowledge I could have done a lot better, a lot of different spots. I don't really have a mouse to be able to go back on these things, but not much that could have been done. Not much. They just ended up rolling us because our team was falling apart and fracturing. There's just nothing. There was just really nothing. Our team was being stupid with their positioning, letting them get that point by going for a back line that would no longer matter, rotating the left side even though they're avidly pushing the point. It's just stupid. It's just really freaking stupid on their end. But either way, that's just my tip for myself. So I very much actually enjoyed my comp placement, so I have no complaints. I know where I'm at, and I know I'll climb out of it. A couple of mistakes, easily correctable, but it's good to have that.